Hello everyone, back tuning into my second Christmas 2012 video. We're going to be using the charts from the long-range CFS model for this video. We're going to be having a look at what those charts from the CFS model are predicting for the British Isles for our weather for Christmas 2012. Now, before I get on with the video, I want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlaying my weather videos at Gary'sWeatherVids.com. Please play those video ads. You'll be supporting Gary'sWeatherVids.com by doing that. Also, as this is a Christmas video, I think I've got the opportunity to mention that any day now, Gav's shop will be starting up. This is in association with Amazon.co.uk. You'll be able to do your Christmas shopping from Amazon.co.uk through Gary'sWeatherVids.com. So I'll be linking to the Gav shop any day now on my home page. You'll be able to go through to Gav's shop and you'll be able to do your Christmas shopping at Amazon through Gary'sWeatherVids.com. So exciting developments coming up. And talking of exciting developments, let's have a look at the weather. Now, the last time I did this Christmas forecast video was on Tuesday. I've only done one so far, so what we're going to do is have a look at the updates in between, which was Wednesday and Thursday, and then we'll be having a look at today's effort, Friday's effort, and what we're going to be looking at is the pressure charts, and from that we'll be able to determine what the model is kind of predicting for Christmas Day. So this is the first chart looking at. This is from Wednesday, Wednesday's update, and that was going for a big area of high pressure sitting over the top of British Isles. That would be quite a cold chart, not desperately cold, but it would be cold. We'll be having a lot of frost and fog probably with this. Also some sunshine, temperatures probably up to around 4 or 5 degrees perhaps by day, but certainly very cold at night with some really hard frost. As long as we're not stuck under anticyclonic gloom. If we're under anticyclonic gloom, frost would be restricted, but it would be very grey, cold and chilly. But I think this is a pretty cold looking chart for Christmas Day, although the high pressure isn't at a northern latitude, so it's not severely cold, it's not snowy at all, it's just cold, frosty and probably quite foggy as well, or otherwise cold and gloomy. Now, for Thursday's update, we was actually seeing much more of an Atlantic type influence here. We've got low pressure really dominating weather out in the Atlantic. We're actually under a transient ridge here across the country, but really this is Atlantic dominated, so it's not particularly cold. Temperatures probably near normal actually for the time of the year, for which temperatures around Christmas should be around 6-7 degrees in the south, 4-5s in the north. Maybe some wintry showers in the northeast with this transient northerly wind, but really this is Atlantic base air, high pressure in the Atlantic, high pressure in the Azores, I should say, low pressure around Iceland, a really zonal type pattern with Atlantic originating air dominating. So I think we can put this one in the mild category. So far I've had 2 cold and 1 mild, and if we have a look at today's effort, this is Friday night when I'm doing the video. Well, look at this. I hope you've not just fallen off your chair, because this, if you want a very cold and wintry Christmas, this is about as good as it gets really. The NAO here at North Atlantic Oscillation is through the floor, because we've got a deep area of low pressure around the Azores. We've got a large blocking area of high pressure between Iceland and Greenland. That has actually retrogressed from Scandinavia. I can't show you all of the charts, but this high pressure starts off earlier in December over Scandinavia, and we are in this bitter cold easterly wind, so that would be feeding in very cold air. It's already very cold because the CFS version 2 model is actually going for a very cold month, very cold December for this update. So the cold air is already originated, but this easterly wind is backing all the way back into Central Europe. The actual origins of the air is somewhere in Russia, so it's very cold and wintry. A strong easterly wind will be feeding in snow to many eastern parts of the country. Have a look at the temperature forecast. Check this out. That cold air backing right way back into the heart of Russia, spreading out across Europe into the British Isles. We're into the suggestions that we're into sub-zero air, so a really cold Christmas if this is right. Now I think this is probably a bit extreme, But certainly over the last few updates, the trend is definitely for cold outcomes. Really, we've had one update, but I would say is in the mild category, which is even that's not that mild. It's a transient sort of northerly type wind. And the air though is Atlantic based, but all the other updates have been cold, but this one is by far and away the coldest. This is a very classic severe cold type situation. If it was right, we'd be looking at a bitterly cold Christmas with a strong easterly wind and heavy snow being blown in on that wind to eastern parts of the country. Now please don't get carried away with this. It's extremely early days for a seasonal model to be predicting one day's weather this far in advance. We're about 5.5 weeks away from this still, so please don't get carried away with this. It almost certainly won't verify, but it's a nice bit of eye candy to be looking at, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing it. If you don't, if we don't get a cold Christmas, or a severe cold Christmas, this may be as close as you come to seeing a very cold Christmas. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.